If there's one thing that I have learned over the years, it's how to do most things alone. Now, this didn't happen on purpose. It just kind of worked out that way for me. And when it comes to relationships, I wouldn't recommend doing things alone. But there are a lot of other things in life that we can do alone. And in some cases, it's better to do them alone. Over the last 12 months or so, I've been eating all my meals alone, working out alone, traveling alone, and even started a business alone. And by doing all these things alone, I've learned a lot about myself and what I'm capable of. And although I don't think you should apply all of these lessons to your own life, I believe they will help you become a stronger and more independent person. So here are 5 things that I have learned from doing things alone. Number 1, it makes you realize how much time you waste with other people. The first time I ate at a restaurant alone, it was because my date stood me up. Obviously, I was upset at the time, but looking back, it was probably the best thing that could have happened to me. That day, I sat down to eat and realized how much time I wasted talking about other people, listening to other people talk, agreeing with other people, and trying to make other people happy. When you take away all those variables and all the noise, you realize how much time you spend doing absolutely nothing. Take a minute and think about it. A large portion of your day is spent around other people, whether that be at work, school, or hanging out with friends. And when you're around other people, a lot of the decisions that you make are based on what other people want to do or say. You might agree with something even though you don't actually agree with it. You might stay longer at a party even though you really want to leave. Or you might eat food that you don't want to eat just because your friend doesn't like wasting food. All these things may seem harmless, but when you start to notice them, you'll realize how much energy and time you're wasting. Doing things alone allows you to get your own thoughts and ideas back and put your own oxygen mask on first before helping others. Think of it this way. If you boarded a plane and they told you to put your own oxygen mask on first before helping others, would you argue with them? Because if you didn't put your own mask on first, you wouldn't be able to help anyone else. Same applies to your time and energy. You can't give other people your time and energy if you haven't taken the time to give it to yourself first. Number 2, it gives you perspective. One of the most underrated skills that you can learn is the ability to sit with your own thoughts. There's a certain peace that comes from being alone with your own thoughts. No distractions, no opinions, and no expectations. When you have those 3 things, it can be hard to find perspective. Distractions pull you away from your thoughts. Opinions distract you from reality. Expectations set you up for disappointment. We constantly need to be doing something or have something to look forward to. And when you take away both of those things, you're forced to confront whatever's going on inside your mind. And while that might not sound like fun, it's one of the best ways to gain perspective. When you're by yourself, there's nowhere to hide. You're forced to confront whatever's going on and figure it out. While it might not be fun, it will ultimately make you a stronger and more resilient person. Number 3, it forces you to improve. When you do everything with other people, you have an excuse to be mediocre. You can rely on the other people to carry you. But when you're doing things alone, there's no one else to blame when things go wrong. It's entirely on you. You have to be good at everything that you do. And if you're not, you have to figure out a way to improve. I learned this lesson the hard way when I started a business by myself. I had to be good at sales, marketing, product development, customer service, accounting, and literally everything else in between. And if I wasn't good at any one of those things, it would reflect poorly on the entire company. This taught me the importance of improving myself and becoming a lifelong learner. There's always room to improve, and you shouldn't be afraid to take on new challenges. In fact, you should embrace them. You'll never know what you're capable of unless you push yourself beyond your comfort zone. Number 4, you stop caring about what other people think. The biggest benefit of doing things alone is that you stop caring what other people think. You stop seeking validation from other people because you realize that they aren't thinking about you as much as you think they are. When you're doing something that's outside the norm, like eating at a restaurant alone, sitting on a park bench by yourself, or walking around a shopping mall alone, there's always that one person who stares at you and thinks, "What's wrong with that guy?" But then you realize that that person isn't thinking about you at all. They have their own problems to worry about. And when you realize that, you stop caring what other people think, and you start living for yourself. This is a huge benefit of doing things alone. You learn that you don't need other people to validate you. You can make your own decisions based on what you want to do, not what other people want you to do. And while it might be scary at first, it's ultimately very liberating. And number 5, it makes you appreciate other people more. When you do everything by yourself, it's easy to forget how valuable other people are. You get used to doing everything on your own, and you think that's the only way to do it. But when you do start spending time with other people again, you realize how much they bring to the table. Other people have different perspectives, ideas, and experiences than you do. And when you bring all those different perspectives together, amazing things can happen. I learned this lesson the hard way when I started working on this video. I had already filmed a bunch of videos by myself, and I thought I could just do the same thing for this video. But I was wrong. I missed having conversations with other people and getting their input on things. I missed bouncing ideas off of someone else and hearing their thoughts. And when I finally did reach out to other people and ask for their input, it made a world of difference. This video is better because of the other people who helped me make it, and that's something I'll never forget. Just because you can do something by yourself doesn't mean you should. Other people bring unique perspectives, ideas, and experiences to the table that can help you do things better. And while it might be scary to let other people in, it's ultimately worth it. So those are 5 things that I have learned from doing things alone. Now, I don't think you should do everything alone. In fact, I think it's important to socialize and spend time with other people. But I do think it's important to be able to do some things by yourself. It can be scary at first, but it's ultimately very rewarding. So I encourage you to try it out. Do something today that scares you, and I promise you'll be better off for it. Thank you so much for watching, and see you soon.